So prevent children from having food within the country
Yes.
because there's people in the country you think are bad.
Why is that controversial?
Because that's a war crime.
But I would say there is one thing that I've never understood, and it is the abortion argument. Because
Okay.
both the left and the right are wrong.
Okay. Alrighty. What am I wrong on?
That it's not killing a human being.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a human being until the point of sentience.
Okay, so an individual who has been born that is on their deathbed, they're a vegetable.
Are you talking about brain death?
Yes.
Okay, if you've hit the point of brain death, that means you're dead. But they're cellularly alive. Under your view, is it murder if you pull the plug?
Technically, yes.
No, I don't think it's murder.
And
it's also legally not defined as murder.
I would say that it's justified. But
so it's not murder. So when you say it's justified, that means it's not murder.
You know what? I apologize. Let me retract that statement. Man, I dug a hole for myself on that one. The argument doesn't make any sense from either perspective, is what I'm trying to say. Because the whole point of the U.S. Constitution says we have equal rights, but we also have equal responsibilities to preserve those rights. So if an individual, oh my God, people, seriously?
You continue.
Okay. No, it comes down to the left and the right are both wrong, because one side says we can just kill unborn children, and the other side says we can just tell women what they can do with their bodies. Both sides are wrong, because one is a moral argument, the other one's a legal argument, and they're not rational dialectic arguments that can be pitted against each other. Makes no sense. So they're both objectively wrong. It makes no sense to me. So legally, I would say a woman does inherently have a legal right to do whatever the hell she wants with her body. Only within the context.
So then why do you support Trump?
Because he expects individuals to utilize their rights and their responsibilities. If you have sex and you get pregnant, that is no longer a justifiable excuse for an abortion.
But you should still legally be able to get access to the abortion, right?
Legally, you can't hit it because the 14th Amendment specifically says you must be born naturalized and or subject to the jurisdiction thereof. So unborn children are not protected.
Okay.
Which I think.
So would you prefer that they? So would you say that abortion should be illegal?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So do you think it should be illegal for rape victims to get access to abortion?
That is a hypothetical. That is a disingenuous argument towards what the actual goal is, which is to preserve life, not preserve civil liberty. You're making a false equivalency. You're trying to support a woman's right. I've already told you that she has the right. You don't have to argue that. You're trying to make a justification that doesn't need to be made.
I'm still not hearing why it should be illegal. And also, you're not saying it should be illegal in the... are you saying it should be illegal in the situations of rape?
What I'm saying is... Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No,
it should be illegal?
Oh, yeah.
So you think a 10-year-old rape victim should be forced to go through a pregnancy?
Do you think that a child that could be born of a 10-year-old...
Do you think a 10-year-old should be forced to go through a pregnancy?
Don't obfuscate. Don't obfuscate.
You're the one obfuscating right now.
No, that's you.
You're the one deflecting and not answering the question.
No. I gave you a firm answer.
Tell me.
My answer is
do you think a 10-year-old rape victim should be forced to go through... Oh, so the 10-year-old rape victim should be forced to go through the pregnancy. What if she's going to die from the pregnancy?
No, you are obfuscating by using the word force.
What if she's going to die? Do you think it still should be illegal for her to get access to an abortion?
Oh my God, here we go. Here's the death. The one out of every 1 million. Using that as a relevant argument.
I'm asking, in that circumstance, do you think that it should be legal for the 10-year-old to get access to an abortion?
Argument.
I'm asking you, in that circumstance, should it be legal for them to get access to an abortion?
I can't answer the question because
why not? The obvious answer is yes, they should be able to get access to it. If you don't think the obvious answer is yes, then you think that the fucking kid should be sentenced to death, or you can't determine that the kid being sentenced to death after being assaulted is a fucking bad thing.
No. Don't put words in my mouth. You are
then fucking say it. Then speak up and say it.
You are making a false equivalency. You are making me out to look like the bad guy.
No, you're doing that yourself.
I want to preserve life, not end it. You do.
Uh-huh. And you're preserving the life of a zygote or an embryo over like a 10-year-old.
You want people to have the full right to kill other human beings.
It's not a human being.
That is where you are objectively wrong.
And also, they have no rape victim has an obligation to uphold the pregnancy.
Okay. Well, let's back up. Let's define what a human being is. Now, are we going to do the scientific part or are we going to do the legal part? Because I got both arguments.
Okay, you want me to define what a human being is?
Yes.
A person.
What is a person?
Yeah, it's going to be a member of the human species that has past or present and future subjective experience.
That's not an answer. That is like so opaque.
What? That's like a very specific answer.
No, that is objectively opaque.
That is like one of the most specific answers I could have ever provided.
You're saying a human being is a human being. It's somebody who's just...
No, I said it's a person, and then I answered what a person was.
Put your mouth around it.
Come on, man. Like,
put your mouth around it.
Come on, people. Jeebus.
Again, TikTok, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I agree.
TikTok, who authorized that? Who the fuck authorized that at TikTok? I genuinely can't fathom.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
By the way, it's not even like it's an expensive gift. It's like, I think it's like a pretty cheap one. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's like one little penny or whatever. It's stupid. And I apologize for that because that basically started when I got on here. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault. I'm a horrible human being. That's just what I do.
Agreed. Liz, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you. They said, question for pro-lifers. I've been married for 22 years. I don't want children. Am I allowed to have sex? Kelly, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. He talked about killing men, women, and children. And this guy asked this guy if he believes in the concept of war crimes.
Of course.
Okay. Do you think Bibi Netanyahu is a war criminal?
Bibi Netanyahu. Oh, give me a second. I got to remember the whole... Those are specifics. I apologize. I need context.
You don't know who Netanyahu is?
He's the Prime Minister of Israel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not a war criminal.
You don't think he's a war criminal?
No. He's an objectively conscious man who is making...
Conscious man? Yeah, of course he's conscious, but he doesn't have a good conscience.
He is making conscious decisions that
make of course he's making conscious decisions to commit genocide. But that doesn't mean that that means he has a good conscience. That's those are two separate things.
That argument is irrelevant to what I just stated. He is making a conscious decision to do the right thing. That is my personal opinion. Your opinion?
What you think that Netanyahu's doing the right thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you're fucking crazy. You literally think a guy that is spearheading a genocide that has literally led to funding. Wait, by the way, do you defend? Is there anything that Netanyahu has ever done that you disagree with? Push the galaxy.
I'm sure there probably would be, but I don't have it right off the tip of my tongue.
Okay, how do you feel about him allowing Qatari funds to go into Gaza to fund Hamas so that he can prop up Hamas as opposed to the PA?
Well, I mean, if I had the opportunity to see proof that it exists, I would probably suggest to myself that would be inappropriate.
You'd probably suggest that?
But I don't know.
But you don't know. Okay. So
I don't know.
So do you think like preventing food to go into do you think preventing food to go into a civilian area when you occupy said civilian area is a war crime?
No.
No, you don't? You don't think preventing food from going into a civilian population to feed a civilian population meant to feed a civilian population when you're occupying that population is a war crime?
Okay. No, we have to specify. Because are there individuals amongst those people that are being fed, attempted to be fed, that are our enemy. Because then the answer is no, don't give them any food.
So prevent children from having food within the country.
Yes.
Because there's people in the country you think are bad.
Why is that controversial?
Because that's a war crime. Because you're straight up.
No, it's not.
This is genocidal as fuck. You're like a disgusting fucking person. Because they're under occupation. They can't get access to outside resources. You're going to starve an innocent civilian population.
I'm literally being objective.
Like, genuinely, you're fucking disgusting.
No, I'm being objective.
No, you're not. You're quite literally saying it's not a war crime to prevent food from going into a civilian area.
Have you been to war?
To prevent the feeding of a civilian population. No, and I don't need to go to war in order to say that starving a civilian population is wrong.
You do not have an opinion. That's the thing.
I don't have an opinion. I do have an opinion.
So do you believe as a man you have a right to tell a woman she can or cannot have an abortion?
I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you very much. I believe as a man you have a right to say that she can have an abortion.
I think that she can do whatever the hell she wants, but I won't touch her.
You just said she should be forced to go against the law, or it should be against the law for her to get access to an abortion. You think she should be treated as a murderer?
No, I didn't say should.
Yeah, you did. You did earlier. But stop trying to pivot. You just quite literally argued it's not a war crime, specifically, to prevent food from going in to feed a civilian population.
Deflecting. You are, man, you and I, we're just two peas in a pod of the deflecting thing.
You're not responding. This is directly like them preventing food from going into a civilian area.
That is an incongruent argument because what you're doing is you're making one argument and trying to make it dialectic with another argument that they're not even connected. Just because we don't give them food doesn't mean that we're being assholes. You are making it clear that because we don't give them food, we're being assholes to them. That is not an objective fact. That is your opinion.
No, it is international law. Okay? It's literally defined under international law as a war crime.
We have...
It's not my opinion. It's not my feelings.
No,
it's defined under international law.
No, I think you need to...
Yes. And I'm done having this conversation. Do you, CPS, do you think that's a war crime?